I already informed you that I am coming to Dubai and Abu Dhabi in the first week of October. Our meeting in Abu Dhabi is on the 5th of October. Those desires of meeting me in Abu Dhabi on 5th of October may contact the WhatsApp number and the email ID given below. In case you have not already done so, kindly do so at the earliest. There are limited seats.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. It's me, Vinod, and I have some of your questions here on a past video which I had done, and a lot of you have been asking some questions, and I thought I'll answer some of them. Some of them may be interest to you, and if they are, I'm happy to have answered your questions. If not, please do comment again, and I'll try and answer them. Those questions which I've missed out this time around. Okay, getting into the questions, the first one is someone called Sanjay Natkar. Again, repeating same mistake. The record date for reverse merger of ideas already declared on Friday. This guy still says on Sunday, let the date be announced. What crap. Well, Sanjay, I'm sorry, that video was recorded a little earlier. So I'm not breaking news. I'm a little slow on the uptake. And as a value investor, I think we can slow down a little bit. If you are offended that I was not giving you the current news and I was not up to date, I'm really sorry. And I'm sure, like you Google, you can find out more current news which you want to move and trade on. Like I said, like even today as I'm recording this video right now, Manappuram is down by 3%. There's no way I can convey this news to you in sense of urgency, Sanjay, unless I have your number and you have my number and we're talking to each other all the time. So at that time when I was recording the video, the date has not been announced. Now the date has been announced. So it's great that the date has been announced. A lot of you have been asking me, when is this date going to come? When is this date going to come? The date has been announced and there's a lot of clarity in it. A lot of you are worried, like what happened in Tata Motors DVR, that maybe there's something is going to happen here where you do not get the full arbitrage. In Tata Motors DVR, situation is different because those were shares within the same company which are being restructured, so it's different. This is one company getting absorbed by another company. So here we will not have the issues what we had in Tata Motors, and you should get your full arbitrage, whatever was given to you as assurance. Now the second question is there still an arbitrage position? That you can go catch Dana's video which he did with me. There's an Excel sheet there. You put in the shares there and it will get an output. And you can see if it's still worth buying the IDFC. And the arbitrage is to buy IDFC and becomes IDFC First Bank. So I just say First Bank because a lot of you get confused when I say IDFC. Which IDFC are you talking about? So you buy IDFC, that will become First Bank. So keep that in mind. And again, I'm sorry, Sanjay, if I have hurt your feelings by not giving you the information right on time. The second question is from Kriti1. Kriti1 is asking, what is this group you're talking about? Well, this 52-week challenge group is part of my Instagram handle. So if you use Instagram, go to my user ID. Under my bio, you'll find this group called 52-week challenge. You can join there. We learn how to evaluate stocks, and we've been talking about steps which we take, which Albin uses to see valuations, to see if the company is worth investing into or not. And we've been discussing steps for the last more than a month, I think, by now. So you can come and join there. The transcript of the entire conversation since the beginning, inception, is there. So take your time and scroll up and down and take your time and read and join us and put your questions up there. This month, we'll be going further into it, discussing more on how to do valuations. These are very basic. So people like Sanjay may not find this very interesting because, people who are already astute and who are great investors who know what is happening don't need to join this group. It's meant for people who are base level like me, who are just trying to learn and grapple with the market and expand our knowledge even by a little bit. So if I make a little improvement, then I'm happy. Every day a little improvement will get me far enough is what I feel. Giri Shankar Jayaraman is asking, why mid-range bank stocks mostly trade below 1 of EPS market value? Pattern in South Indian Bank, Tamar, Karnataka Bank, etc. Any pattern is almost 0.9. Will it follow the Federal Bank, etc.? Please explain. Okay, I think I understand what he's saying. What he's trying to say is the P/by ratio of these banks are trading below 1. And that is where we say the value proposition is that if you look at all big banks, private banks in India, they all trade above 1. And we expect these banks to grow into big banks. If they come into that range, they'll go. There's an opportunity for growth. There is what we say. But the other reason why is a value buy is if you look at the intrinsic value, that means what each share is worth, it's trading below what the value of it. That means, let's say you got 1 kilo of onions with you, and it is priced at the market at 100 rupees for a kilo of onion. You're able to pick it up at 80 rupees. That is what the argument here is. So there's a 20 rupee gap. So if you want to sell those onions, you can buy it at 80 rupees here and go to the market, and you may find someone who's willing to pay you 100 rupees. That is the idea here. So the market usually takes times to move. It always doesn't move. And each person in the market have different motivations to invest. Mutual fund houses, domestic institutional investors, foreign institutional investors, their motivations and their move on a stock is very different from what we do, Giri. So I would say don't worry. If you see value and it makes sense to you, continue sipping. That's why I say buy a tiffin coffee range and not to put your complete, house savings into it. Like South Indian Bank, a lot of you are treating it like if it's a penny stock, it's not. Just because you're seeing the price at that range doesn't mean it is. So please refrain from doing any kind of gambles like this. I strongly discourage you. If you find any of these mid-range bank you like, and if it's in a price range you're comfortable with, and most importantly, you're willing to take on the risk of buying that share at the price where it is, that means, let's say, even if the bank value becomes half, you will not have palpitations about it, then do consider investing. So yes, mid-range banks are trading below price to book, below 1, some of them. And yes, there is a good opportunity for these to break. Will it break? When it break? I do not know. I'm not an astrologer. But considering how India is growing and we're a growing country and growing economy, prospects look great. Dilip Kumar is asking, what is the difference between investing in Indian hotel share and Taj GVK share? Well, Taj GVK is a separate company. It is not the Indian hotels per se, because Indian hotels is owned, all the property of Indian hotels are owned by Indian hotels. Those are the Taj properties. But there are certain Taj hotels which Taj has tied up with GVK to run it in partnership with them. And those hotels are, I think, it's a Hyderabad-based company. So most of these are in Hyderabad. If I'm looking at it, it is Taj Krishna, Taj Deccan, Vivanta in Hyderabad, Vivanta in Begumpet. Then you have its own hotel, Taj Chandigarh. Taj Clubhouse in Chennai is owned by them. And the Taj Santa Cruz is part of theirs. And they have ideas to expand and grow. So this also, if you have to see price to earnings, is what I'm looking at here. Current PE ratio is at 21. And if I look at it over the maximum spread I can see, it has been at 43. Okay. If you look at the ownership of this company, I would say around 25% is owned by the promoter Taj in Indian Hotels. Indian Hotels owns 25% of this company, right? The rest of it is split between various trusts and the GVK family. And the institutional investors have given this a miss. Well, institutional investors are around 3%. The rest is owned by the public. So if you want to consider it, you can. I have not looked at it or studied it, okay, to be very honest. So you can study it and read into it and then decide. In terms of borrowings, I don't see any long-term borrowings. There's not much. Most of it is short-term borrowings and lease liabilities, which is normal considering they're a hotel group. And is it a great proposition? It is for you to consider. So Taj GVK is, you can consider it by doing further analysis. I don't see anything looking at it wrong, just on a quick glance at it. But please do further study. While Indian Hotels is a company completely owned by the Taj, all the properties are owned by Taj, and which is owned by the Tatas. There's a 100% Tata company. This is not a Tata company. It's not a 100% Tata company. It's a joint venture company between the Tatas and GVK. So it is not a Tata company. But the Tata name is there. The Tata Trust is there. So I don't know. The trade-off is there. You have to think and analyze it and decide. Bharat Kumar is asking about the Ultratech arbitrage. I'm sorry, I did not get into that arbitrage. I've not analyzed it. So you'll have to analyze it and see like how you do the IDFC analysis and see if it's still there and if it's worth investing. I've not put my head into that one because I wasn't interested in the arbitrage. Then John Darren is asking me to give some talks about NASDAQ with a low PE ratio for consideration. That I will ask Shashwat to do a video with me, where I'll ask him about his views on these American companies and American stocks, and I'm sure he'll give you far more insight. He is working on his Substack pieces, so there also you should find some questions answered for you. Arun Kumar is asking, what is a grey market? Please explain in a separate video. It is not a complicated video where I need to do a separate video for it. Grey market is off the market. You can buy shares outside NSE and BSE, and that is not regulated. and does not have any purview. And I would say it's not very safe unless you know what you're doing and you're well versed in this. So, as a beginner investor like you or me, I would stay clear of it. It's like buying a ticket in the black market. It's not a black market. I mean, just exchange there, but it's not really a white market either. So, that's why it's called a gray market. It's a quasi legal area. And unless you know what you're doing and you trust the people you're doing it through and you know them well, I would advise you to refrain from it. A lot of you, especially Tata Capital shares, have been asking about this. I would not do it. I would rather wait for the IPO and see it at that point of time. And if you're looking at Tata Capital, you can definitely look at Tata Motors to start with. Anand did a video with me on that, and in that he explains why Tata Capital, if you want to buy Tata Motors, is a great buy for that. Tanga Rajam is asking, please tell 5 lakh invest in bond, how much return can you expect? So, well, Tanga Rajam, 5 lakhs, you can expect anywhere between 8 to 12% based on bond risk. Very nicely written by Arun Kumar, the answer. And he says comparing to FP, it can offer better. And there are bonds which, even junk bonds, which give a higher return. So, but like buying stocks, you need to analyze and do your bond research before you buy bonds. Please do not buy bonds just on interest rate. Check and review bonds. We have done multiple videos on bonds, how you should check and review them. So do check and review them and make sure you're buying them from good sources. Like the gray market we were saying earlier, there are places in where you can lose your money if you're not careful and if you don't know what you're doing. Make sure it's on reliable sources. If you want more advice on that from Trader and Sheikh, you can definitely mail down below and their team will reach out to you guys. Nagna Vinan, I don't know how to pronounce the name. Naganan Vinan 8168 says, no more a follower. Thanks that you have removed my comment. Thank you for the information so far provided. Well, I do not know what you're talking about. I have not removed any comments unless you had put something controversial and someone from the team had removed it, I guess. I don't know. And the people who are below who have added on saying, these people talk about democracy, what a joke. And I don't know. I have no opinion. I don't have any political leanings or I'm not against. You're welcome to say whatever you want about me. I don't mind. And I'm sure you can catch me on my Instagram handle and then abuse me more if you want to abuse me. I have no problems with that. And anyway, that kind of walks you through the questions which I had today, which I wanted to talk about, which was mainly about the Tata GVK, and the IDFC, which I hope those two were cleared. And I've spoken about the banks, the mid-range banks, like a South Indian bank and other banks, Karnataka Bank, if you should look at them and why you should look at them. I hope that clarifies all these questions, and I'll be back with another video soon. Till then, be safe out there. Do like and share and comment on the video below. And other than that, there's nothing else more to say. Have a wonderful day ahead, and happy Gandhi Jayanti to all of you. And see you tomorrow on another video. Bye.
Hey guys, welcome back to Be Rich. Before we get into the video, I wanted to bring to your notice that my uncles Vinod Srinivasan, Anand Srinivasan and I have rolled out our Substack, which is basically a blog/newsletter where we're going to post our original research onto it. And we've analyzed macroeconomic trends, and a lot of you know my uncle Anand Srinivasan and I regularly write for The Hindu, and these articles are also going to be made available for you in the Substack. The link is moatinvesting.substack.com. You'll find it in the description and in the video right now. We hope you go check it out. We've put a lot of time and effort into it. And please give us comments and feedback on what you read. Thank you.
It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.